Do you play any other instruments?
I do. So I play, both types of guitar, electric, acoustic, and bass, because any fretted instrument, I'm sure. Do you play anything? I'll ask you.
I play piano and like so little on the ukulele, like the bare minimum.
Okay, so like a fretted instrument, they're almost all the same. Like I think the ukulele is like the last four of the guitar strings, and maybe in a slightly different organization. But yeah, all the fretted instruments. If you let me hang on to it long enough, I'll be able to pick something out of it. But that piano, drums, and I do a ton of electric producing now because that's kind of the way the world's going. You can push three buttons and you have a drum track for your song now. And I know the drummers are going to get all pissed off about this, but kind of, sampling's kind of what's the new thing. So, but yeah, I would say I play almost everything except for like brass and woodwinds because I just never got around to it, I guess. Didn't interest me, really.
Yeah, I do. I can play the trumpet as well. Not well, but I played it in high school. So,
My brother was really good at the saxophone, but they sound so cool. I have this guy that comes in almost every week, and he does a children's show, and he plays the saxophone on it. He's like the saxophone character on the show. That's like his only job. And he does this once a week. He comes in, and he's just incredible. Like, I can just give him a song in any key signature. He comes in and just plays it perfectly. And it's one or two takes, and he's gone. He's like, all right, see you next week. So yeah, those guys are really impressive.
yeah, that's always incredible when someone
Mad
can just
respect.
like pick up a song. I'm always very
Yeah.
impressed by that. Yeah, okay, I do have a question about like electronic. You were talking about producing. What is that like to produce with sounds that are not coming from like physical instruments?
I mean, honestly, it's really quick and really easy. It saves a lot of time, and I I have a lot of analog gear, and there's a lot of analog gurus out there that swear by analog, but digital's getting so good now that it's almost indistinguishable to your average listener who's the one who's going to be buying the music or listening to the music or streaming the music. So I try not to get too hung up on, oh, you got to play it in. I always I always have great pride when I put my own music and instrumentals together, and the mixing process is super fun. But when it comes to the business side of it, we talked a little bit about our balance of, you know, getting it perfect and also running a business. But yeah, you have to run a business at the end of the day if you're going to make money. So I, within reason, I try to be as authentic as possible. But if there's someone who's come in and they've never played anything, but they still have a song in their heart that needs to get out, I want to help them with that. So a couple of clicks, we put together a backing track, and then they can put their song together. So I think, and sorry for the long explanation, but it's it's obviously best to record in analog and record everything in yourself, really play the drums, really play the bass and the guitar. But I would say with how things are going now, the digital aspect of things has made it possible for people that don't necessarily have the talent and skills to play an instrument still get their song heard by their friends and family. You're not just putting together the music. Most of this is memories for people. It's like, when there's a wedding, you want to record it so you can look back on it later, and it's just a wonderful memory that you have. And I think digital is really helping people with that.